We're rolling.
Okay, what's up guys, Elton here. So this is a drawing that I just did for fun, nothing serious, just spur of the moment a couple of weeks ago, and I wanted to continue drawing it. And this is supposed to be a 62 Studebaker Lark, but it's not exact because it's a little wider than it should be. The grill is not exact, neither is the side or the roof line. You got your 56 Ford F700, F800 there. This is whatever, a GM wagon, the 60s. And I got Ryan here because I don't have a tripod anymore. And I'm like, I asked him, I said, would you film this for me? And he's like, yeah, okay, no problem. So now you guys get to see something I've been wanting to do for some time, to do a drawing, do a video of me drawing. You can see me drawing, you can see how it is for me to draw, being visually impaired and all that, okay? So this is, again, we're going just spur of the moment. Now, for example, if I wanted to, see, I could what I'll do here is I'll just put a little bit of, not color, but a little bit of a tone to the road, because I don't like how it's all white. Now mind you, it's funny, I'm doing this right now at night because frankly the lighting is not the best, and that's what I hate about this apartment, is that's why I rarely ever drew anything in this apartment, because it's so dark. Even if when I first was working on this drawing, I had a light there, I had another one there, and then the one behind me, and I still don't find it's enough. So this is just really more for your benefit to see, again, how I draw now. I don't have to be looking really close to be doing this, because it's just a bunch of lines just to do a little, I guess you could say, depth to the drawing, and just like that, and then continue. And this is from years of experience doing this, and you guys, if you know my videos well, I love street scenes, so that's why I'm doing this. And I've done a few drawings like this, not tons of them, but a few of them, especially the nicer drawings, like where it's like this, but everything's colored. That I never did many, I think, like this. I think maybe I did a couple. And also, I should mention before I forget, those of you guys who you appreciate what I do and you love my videos, please don't hesitate to show your love by sending me a little donation, a little sign of you supporting my videos, my channel. With what I do this full time, just a poor man. And you can send your donation by my PayPal account, and my email is eltonmcfall@hotmail.com. eltonmcfall@hotmail.com. And of course, I want to give a shout out to Ryan right now, who's my cameraman there. So right back here, so I was thinking right here, so I could add another vehicle here. I don't know what yet. Let me just see here. Like this is supposed to be yeah, this was supposed to be like a Chevy van here, actually. And do just a little work here on the windshield a little bit like this. Just kind of like a shine there. Kind of like the Studebaker Lark here, and then what I was thinking of doing, while I'm thinking for a moment, I'll just draw a little more here like this. Like that. Now I feel like Bob Ross. Now I can also, let's say here, just off the top of my head, we'll just put how about I just put like a 68 Plymouth Fury. Now this is smaller, and this has got some details, so I'm gonna have to I think I'm gonna have to get a little bit closer. When I draw that close, I have to take off my glasses here. Anyway, I look better without them, but I don't wear contacts anymore for a long time, because one time many years ago when I was wearing contacts, I went to put them on and I was like, shit, my left eye hurts. Why is my left eye hurt? And then the pain never went away, so I had to give up wearing contacts, actually. You right there?
Yeah, I'm just trying to make it focus.
Yeah, it has a hard time focusing the camera
especially when you get up close.
When you get up real close, yeah, it's almost as if it doesn't seem like it was designed for that even, actually. And he's gonna put the wipers here, and this is just, again, this doesn't really have to be really nice, because this is just a car parked in the background further away. The nicest compliments I've ever gotten from people regarding my artwork is they say, oh, it's pop culture, it's pop art, and it looks very realistic, or it's like kind of cartoon. I'm like, yeah, it's cool, and I'm glad to hear that. I mean, why not, And by the way, since Ryan is doing me a favor here. I just want to give a plug to his channel, which is MTL.911, which is mostly about emergency vehicles responding, emergency services. So it's a great channel. For a guy his age who's 18, I mean, it could go really far, you know. I mean, I'm 42 years old. I've been on YouTube since 10 years this year, actually. 10 years last month, exactly. And the first video I ever filmed was a Nova bus when I was living in the NDG sector, and it was not scrap. It was actually just a year before the fucking scrap came out, you know.
Oh, yeah,
Anybody interested in this drawing, I'll sell it, by the way. Whenever it's done, I'll ship this anywhere.
Gotta say though, 10 years, that's impressive. So.
Look at that, I just spat on the damn thing, just talking to you, me and my big mouth.
Don't look at that, guys.
There you go,
look
guys.
Look at the big picture.
See, if you buy this, you even get a bit of my salive, you know? Hey, woo! Yeah? How's that? Now, you see, if I would have put this a little further away in a view,
yeah.
I would have liked to have put a parking meter there or a fire hydrant. I like those things. I think they're very urban things.
Yeah.
And even here, look, I can have fun and just like, for example, just like, you know, just put like a little lamppost. And again, you see, I have to get up close here, just like that. You know, the old lampposts, how they are, the old GE lamps. The wind is still friggin' howling out there. Just like that. And then we'll put another one down here. You can see the street is kind of sloping downward here. You know. I think I'm going to try to see if I can make this in a couple of videos, you know, or 3 videos. So if I'm lucky, maybe I can get Ryan to come back down next week. And if worst case scenario, I'll set up I was thinking about taking the camera and like taping it to my lamp behind me. But I'm not sure that's going to work too well, actually. Frankly. Okay, so I kind of screwed that up now. This is, yeah, see, this is the only trouble when you're drawing with ink, is I can see compared to the other one, this other lamppost, I kind of fucked it up here. And but that's all right, because that's the beautiful thing about art. It doesn't have to be perfect, you know. There's nothing written in stone about it being like it has to look perfect. No, that's the beauty. Art is like people. We appreciate art like people in all their faults, foibles, defects, whatever. Me, I'm full of them. You know what I mean? Just like anybody. And remember that, by the way. If there's any advice I can give to you guys, especially you younger guys, do not feel inferior next to other people. Even people who have money, believe me, there are people who have money and they have no fucking class, or they think they're better than everybody else, but they're as fucking, you know, flawed as anybody else. We all have our flaws. And I'll tell you something else. I had a friend one time, he told me, whose father worked for Canadian National, made a damn good living. His father was a stand-up guy, big GM guy, always bought Buicks and big Delta 88s and stuff. And he told his son one day, he says, you know what? He says, Brent, he says, everybody wakes up in the morning and puts on a pair of pants one leg at a time. And it's true, because in life we easily forget, you know, these things. The simplest, I guess you could say, rules about living in a logical way, so you don't go cuckoo or get too depressed. Because it's true, you have to remember that. It's not an easy life, and it's easy to get depressed about things, and I know that all too well. I've thought about doing a video about depression, and I still probably will. I don't know. I'm just not really tripping out on the idea. See, this I want to do it quick, because I don't want to spend too much time on that car there. Oh my God! Did the camera pick up on that wind? Whew! Today being, what are we? November shit? Oh yeah, November 10th, 9th?
I don't remember. I could check my watch.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And look, now we're going to go a little further, because like I told Ryan, I said, look, I only want you to film for like 10, 15, 20 minutes, that's it. How long are we running now? There's no. I hate that this camera doesn't have a counter on it.
Yeah, it does.
It does?
Yeah, right there, at the top.
What's it at?
We're at 9:35.
Oh, yeah, son of a whore. Son of a bitch, yeah, right. Excuse me. Pardon my French. So, you see, I could put another lamppost here, because if I end up starting to draw a house or a building there, I'm getting like, well, I can't really put my lamppost there anymore, can I? See what I mean? So, see, the lamppost is one of the many things we take for granted, eh? You know, you take that for granted. Even if you live in a country and you have your home there, your nice little old house, well, you know, there's a chances are you gotta have at least one lamppost right there on the street or even on your property. And, you know, maybe you're happy it's there, you know, I don't know. I mean, I just take granted I don't really take a lot of things for granted, frankly. I just think it's something especially that comes with age. You know, you'll see, Ryan. You guys will all see. So you see now, what I could do, see, this is kind of the tricky part. I'm thinking I put a building here, I put one there, maybe one here, but maybe the street has a curve at the bottom. You know, this is like kind of like this could be like a San Francisco street scene, because San Francisco is known for all its many hills and slanted streets. Hence, that's why I saw a lot of old cars that had damage down there, because I mean, yeah, just, you know, old cars and brakes don't go too well together, drum brakes. So, like, for example, yeah, by the way, I didn't mention, but this is not supposed to be anywhere specific. This is just like, kind of like a video game, you know, like Grand Theft Auto. You know, okay, there's Vice City, but Vice City is based on Miami. And I don't know about the other games, but, you know, again, this is not supposed to be based on anywhere. So, look, I would, for example, I'll put a building here.
Well, you know, I know that Grand Theft Auto 4 Liberty City was on New York, and then
yeah,
most recent one was on LA, actually. So there's a lot of
it's funny you should mention
Easter
LA.
eggs that they put in there.
I was thinking about a classic track from the late 90s that has the word LA in it. You know, it's called Drinking LLA. Huh?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, what the hell am I doing drinking in LA at 26? Brand Van 3000 from Montreal.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's right. Okay. See, now what we're going to do is, just from memory, look, again, all this is another reason I forgot to mention, it's stupid me. I hate when I don't mention things I want to mention.
Yeah.
Is that I wanted to do this video to show you guys that I'm not full of shit either. I do all this stuff from memory. You know, there's no pictures, you know, look, I'm not tracing anything. This is, you know, as you see it. Everything is just coming from memory.
So what are you drawing right now? Is it a certain building that you...
Yeah, I'm drawing the fucking CIA headquarters here. See, I'm just having fun. Yeah. Just like this, just like, you know, whatever, just like, just a typical old industrial building here. You know, that we have all seen buildings. We all know where buildings like this are. Well, so they could be in a decent neighborhood. They could be in a sketchy neighborhood. They sometimes have graffiti on them because they're in a rough part of town. Of course, in Montreal, it could mean it's dangerous, but probably the. And then I could even go do like a little design like this again with the cross pattern thing, diagonal streaks, you know, and just like, and then I can just go like this. Just, you know.
It's true. I think that's a very Montreal design where you have like, you know, a row of windows, and then in between you have a. You know,
and, you know, inside in here, there's probably, you know, maybe an old Otis or a Turnbull elevator, you know, and which doesn't level properly, or or a freight, or and sorry, what were you saying? No, I don't know if this is a Montreal thing.
Well, I
even seen houses and apartment buildings that look like this. Come to think of it, this could go either way.
Seriously. I know, but especially in Montreal, like when you have buildings with rows of windows, and then in between those windows you have like a different style of brick or something like that, you know. Especially in places like the duplexes in LaSalle, things like that.
Yeah, a lot of duplexes, and I think sometimes LaSalle is like the land of duplexes, you know. It seems that way anyway, but I don't know that for
Oh yeah,
sure.
because all the Italians out there. Not all of them, actually, but, you know.
Yeah, a lot of them, yeah. That's all right, because we're talking about a people that they're known to make many beautiful things and contribute highly to society. I never heard of an Italian that was on welfare. So. By the way, that camera might stop recording after 15, 16 minutes. I'm not sure.
Oh, yeah? Okay. Well, we're nearing 15 right now, actually. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to do just a few more minutes here, and then we'll stop. This is actually working out better than I thought it would. Thanks again, Ryan. Seriously, this is really cool.
No problem.
Sometimes there's things in life. I mean, I've always been an independent type person. I don't like asking people for help. But, you know, sometimes when you got something you want to spearhead, you want to get off the ground, you got to get some help. It's like if you're restoring an old car, you're not going to fucking do everything yourself. That's impossible. There's no way you can do everything yourself. There's no way you're going to be able to take out a front seat by yourself. That's a bench seat, you know, for example. So.
Well, look, I really like filming, especially since I made, you know, the first documentary there. I've actually, I don't know.
Oh yeah, I forgot. That's what I forgot to mention to you, because you wanted to tell me something about that little documentary. You know what's great about it? There's a couple of things I like about it. I noticed. I'm watching it and I'm thinking, wow, these guys are communicating. They're talking in English, so therefore you have a feel like you're watching a TV show that could be here in Canada or even in the States, in some city somewhere. The siren's going. It's like, wow, that's so cool. So you call it documentary. I just think it's got a, I don't know, a Hollywood angle to it, or just. Like, could it be in Ottawa? It could be friggin' Kingston.
Well, the thing is, you know, they alternate between French and English. Whatever primary language these first responders. Anyways, by the way, guys, if you're interested, in December I'm going to be releasing a documentary on Côte Saint-Luc EMS.
Yeah, and, Brian gave me a sneak peek to it, and it's very good. It's nothing incredible, but it's a really. He's lucky to have had the opportunity to do that. I wish I could get that, but he's really he's got a lot of friends in this emergency services world, you know, which I don't.
If you'd like, you know, there's been shifts where, you know, they have an extra seat. You know, I could always speak to someone.
Did you ever bring them up to me?
I don't know. I didn't
I'm
speak
sorry,
too much about myself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, you know, it's funny. After I saw your video, I was almost tempted to go to Côte Saint-Luc to see if I can have the luck get them responding. But frankly, that's never happened. Never. And I used to, don't forget, I used to live in NDG. Like between I used to live a block under from Côte Saint-Luc Road.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I lived there from 2005 to 2008.
Well,
I never saw anything.
I wouldn't speak too quickly, because I mean the first day that I was there, we got maybe 3 calls back to back, so like one address to another, and then for the rest of the day, I think we were waiting around for like 3-4 hours. Nothing came. It really, I don't know. There's not really any factors that influence it too much. It's just like yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, that's the thing. It's not urgence santé. Like when I talked to a paramedic when I ended up in a hospital there a few weeks back, and she says to me, she says, "Oh yeah, one time we had to take a call. We had to go all the way from LaSalle to Laval. I didn't even know they went that far because there were no other units available. You know." All right, guys. So that's it for today. I'll see if I can do this again some other time, but I didn't want to make this too long. And yeah, it's starting to look pretty cool. Hey, you know what's fun is when you do so many drawings or paintings, I've always noticing that there's certain things I end up doing that I've never done before. Like this, for example. Yes, I've done street scenes before, but actually I've never done this kind of an angle. I've never done them where they look like they were on a hill. And the reason why I was always able to become so precise and realistic in my art is from all the thousands of photos I've done. Not to mention all these videos I've done actually. So therefore they've all like helped me even have more of a photographic memory to how things are supposed to look. I mean, look, if you turn around, Ryan, you look at that picture I have there of Atwater.
By the way, we're running out of time, I think.
Is it stopped?
It's stopping soon, so.
No, but just turn. Okay, so just to finish by saying is like, you know, like for example, I'm talking about how like, you know, I've been drawing for so many years. I'm 42 now. I've been drawing since I was like 5. You know, and I'm used to seeing how things are look, because look, if you look over here on my wall, there's one of my original photos right there of Atwater Market with that red 67 Chevelle under the streetcar. I don't know if you're zoomed on here, Ryan.
Yeah, I'll zoom in.
But that's just an example. That's one of many examples, many photos I've taken of old cars or street scenes or buildings or all together, or the ones even that I've seen in books or magazines that I've clipped out of there, which is a term we say for, like, you know, images I've cut out of there. So it's just, here we are, you know, and there you go. It's but again, that's the thing. If you guys get inspired to draw, draw, man, do it. But don't forget, it's like my mom, you know, she does paintings now. She's been doing paintings for a few years. Practice makes perfect. This doesn't come overnight. I mean, look, again, like I said, I started drawing on my walls, my parents' place when I was, what, 4 or 5 years old. You know, and now I'm 42, so that's what? That's 37 years experience, let's say.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, that sounds old. So that's it, guys. So I hope you liked it, and please subscribe, rate, and comment. And come on down if you want to take a look and see what I got here in Montreal. There's some unique gifts. Christmas is coming. Maybe you would gift for yourself or somebody you know. I got lots of great deals to be had. All of these things you see, almost everything you see, that they're things I framed myself, or drawings, or photos that I've taken, like, you know, the San Francisco streetcar, and again, the water market. That's not for sale. That was my old 65 LeSabre. This stuff I framed recently. I put a video about that recently, and thanks again, Ryan, for doing this. It's really great, really swell.
No problem.
Thanks a lot.
I enjoyed
Take
it.
care, guys. Bye bye.